Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news, Chelsea transfer news. Lots popping off. As you can see, we'll talk about Mudryk. Apparently, he had a very iffy performance. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the fact that Pedro Lima has been hijacked from Chelsea Football Club. Wolves out of nowhere, RKO, delivering the RKO, and lots to talk about in regards to Jhon Duran. Swap, which player is getting swapped? Mykhailo Olise update as well, and a few other bits and pieces. So stay tuned. Smash that like button right now. Right now, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Let's get to 34,000 subscribers. First up, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a quick conversation in regards to Mykhailo Mudryk. Mykhailo Mudryk, look, I didn't watch the game. I just saw the score. Romania beat Ukraine 3-0. I didn't even know Romania was that good. But then again, I never rated Ukraine, to be honest, but I didn't expect them to get walloped like that. As I said, I've not watched the game. I've seen the compilation of his performance. I've seen a plethora of commentary all around social media. So I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. All I'm going to say is that, look, from a person who has not watched this particular game, I can already imagine what the situation was like. I feel like Mudryk had a very, very average game in the sense that he lacks a lot of quality. However, every now and then he'll produce a goal-scoring opportunity. So now I want to ask you the question. Do you care the fact that a player overall lacks so much quality and every now and then will just produce an opportunity out of nowhere? And I saw the compilation. Some of those opportunities really were coming from set pieces getting delivered, and they're being deemed as opportunities being created. I've not seen a single brilliant opportunity created by Mudryk in that game. Now, having said that, taking that game aside, I think we can all say Mykhailo Mudryk, from a quality standpoint, lacks a lot of things. First touch, decision-making. Sometimes he dribbles into people, and that's what I saw in this compilation for today's game against Romania. So look, is this good enough? Is this going to be good enough for next season under Enzo Maresca? I don't think so. There is a lot of basics that Mykhailo Mudryk is missing. And for a particular player who I believe is 24, is going to be turning 24, this is probably not good enough. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge financial problem for us, Mykhailo Mudryk. He cost us a lot of money. Forget about the add-ons, but without the add-ons, he still costs us a lot of money. And this is something I need to do a separate video talking details about this, because what do? We can't loan out a player like Mykhailo Mudryk, can we? You know, this is a player that's been brought on for, I think, without the add-ons, close to about 60 million. You can't just be loaning this type of player on to hope others can develop him. Is he going to develop those, those qualities, the basics, the fundamentals? And then don't forget the football intelligence, the footballing IQ side of things. This is a conundrum, honestly. What do we do with this guy? Problem. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Mykhailo Mudryk. I see a lot of people trying to praise him that, this is not a match to go after Mykhailo Mudryk. And then I see a lot of people say, mate, he was absolutely bang average. And as I said, from the compilation I saw, he didn't look good. And it's a typical Chelsea performance as well. That's exactly what he does for Chelsea. Every now and then he'll have a really good finish. He'll put a really good ball in, but overall lacks a lot of fundamentals. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Pedro Lima. Pedro Lima, where a few days ago, we got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano. As I said, very rarely do you see Fabrizio Romano's here we go get turned inside out. And that's exactly what has happened. David Ornstein has come in and said that it's been hijacked. But earlier today, Pedro Lima on his move to Chelsea or Strasbourg, yes, it's almost done. This is coming from this particular person via Fabrizio Romano. He himself was saying that it was almost done earlier today, literally earlier today. And a few hours later, David Ornstein with RKO, as I said, breaking rules, have reached an agreement with Sport Recife to squad. My nose is still all stuffed up. To sign Pedro Lima. This is coming from David Ornstein. And I see a lot of people being upset about this situation. Why are you upset? Baby Cafu, they say. Look, literally a couple of weeks ago, we had no idea about this player. We still don't have any idea about this player. There's no reason to be upset. there's going to be more 16-year-olds popping off left, right, and center. Absolutely no reason for Chelsea Football Club to be upset. Yeah, okay, fine. We got hijacked by Wolves. So what? Whoop-de-doo. If anything, I think Pedro Lima going to Strasbourg, he probably would have had genuine game time. He would have had consistent game time. At Wolves, I don't know whether he's going to get game time from the get-go. You never know, he might. But look, the bottom line, he has agreed with Wolves. Earlier on today, the talks was that he was going to come to Strasbourg, Chelsea, Blueco, all that. But now he's going to Wolves. It's almost done and dusted. Chelsea had been pursuing a deal for the right back. Chelsea had stepped up the efforts to sign Lima last week after scheduling further talks with view to him initially joining fellow Blue Coat-owned Strasbourg. Once again, coming from Strasbourg, from David Ornstein. Look, people are upset, oh, we're getting hijacked by Wolves. So what, man? So what? We couldn't finish this move off. No problems, the player got a better offer or whatever the offer was from Wolves, and he's moved on. I don't look at it as a blemish on Chelsea. At the end of the day, look, it is what it is. There's going to be more kids floating around, and we are so focused on South America. I'm pretty sure we're going to find other talents from there as well. Let me know your thoughts. Are you upset about Pedro Lima getting hijacked by Wolves? Me, I'm not one bit upset. Now, in regards to Jhon Duran, in regards to Olise, all the news coming up right now. Judging from Fabrizio Romano video via court offside, it looks like Chelsea will make a decision on Jhon Duran this week. It still has to involve a player swap. So it looks like the only way we're going to get Jhon Duran is if we give Aston Villa a player. Aston Villa are very hellbound on getting a player from us. This could be a little bit tricky because swap deals, they're not very common. Because the player that we are wanting to swap with Aston Villa, they will have to agree. Like Jhon Duran wants to come to Chelsea Football Club. So from that perspective, it's all fine. But Aston Villa want one of our players. What if one of our players don't agree to go there? That could be a bit of a sticking point. And at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Maatsen is that player. There's a little bit of news from Ben Jacobs. Chelsea's priority at the moment is Jhon Duran. The first step of Operation Olise is agreeing personal terms. Chelsea view Levi Colwill as not for sale. This was Ben Jacobs talking to Fabrizio Romano for all those deals. Maatsen could possibly be part of Jhon Duran's negotiation. However, Chelsea are clear on this. They value him at 35 million release clause. Fabrizio Romano on playback. Look, sure, we want to put Maatsen as the player to swap for Jhon Duran, but Maatsen could just turn around and say, I don't want to go to Aston Villa. Stop forcing me to go to Aston Villa. I don't want to go there. Then what? What do we do in that situation? Can we not just get Jhon Duran directly? I mean, Aston Villa, yeah, look, Conor Gallagher is linked with them, and they desperately want a player from us. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with Jhon Duran. All I know, Chelsea won Jhon Duran. Jhon Duran wants Chelsea. We're not looking at any other strikers at the moment. So we did look at Sesko. Sesko staying at Leipzig. There is some information in regards to Guirassy. I don't think it's going to happen. He's too old. It doesn't fit our model. And I haven't seen anyone legitimately talk about Guirassy, Fabrizio Romano or Matt Law. I don't know. I think Matt Law might have spoken a little bit about it, but David Ornstein, all of these big hitters, they've not really talked about Guirassy to Chelsea Football Club. So let's see what happens. Jhon Duran is understood to believe he would be a good fit at Chelsea, both under the club's wider vision and the approach of new head coach Enzo Maresca, coming from New Puro. Yeah, look, maybe. He's raw. He's not the finished product. There's a lot of things that he needs to develop. And one of the biggest things that he had issues with at Aston Villa is apparently Unai Emery, one, his attitude was a bit of a problem. He's a bit of a arrogant individual, it seems to be. And the other factor is he wasn't able to carry out the instructions properly. So hopefully Enzo Maresca can rectify all of that. Now, in regards to Mykhailo Olise, Chelsea are really pushing to agree personal terms with Mykhailo Olise. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea keep working on Operation Olise. They are not worried or scared about the release clause. The mission is to agree on terms with the player. See, this is, I'm not very sure about this angle. I really have to be honest. I've said it many times. Our angle on Olise is get him to agree on personal terms, and then we're going to attack Crystal Palace through Olise pushing Crystal Palace. Look, there are other clubs that's after Olise as well. Olise is not somewhat, he's not just stuck on us. There are many other clubs that want Olise. So personal terms agreement with us and others should not be a problem. Other clubs can get personal terms agreement. I think if anything, we need to try and get agreements agreed with deal agreed with Crystal Palace. That's the most important part. We can't get the player to push Crystal Palace to do that. The player, I don't know whether he's going to do that or not. If he does that, that means he desperately wants only Chelsea and doesn't want any other clubs. And I don't think that's the case here. I think he fancies Chelsea, but that doesn't mean put a blind eye to them. I don't think so. I don't know why we're going in this Operation Olise purely on getting personal terms agreed with Olise and then getting him to do the dirty work. I feel like we need to speak to Crystal Palace and negotiate. Are we worried that if we go and talk to Crystal Palace directly, are we worried that Crystal Palace is probably going to ask us for a lot more money than what the release clause is all about? Is that what we are worried about? In that case, okay, but it almost starting to feel like this is turning out to be a very difficult situation. Chelsea in November, December, January, and March spent a lot of time around Mykhailo Olise. Chelsea keep considering Olise as top priority target this summer. So yeah, look, we know since last summer we've been after Olise, and then Palace took us to court, supposedly tapping up on the player. So there's been history about going after this player. And let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think it's wise to go after Olise and get him to do the dirty work and push Crystal Palace to sell him to us? Or do you think we should try and negotiate with Crystal Palace? Or the issue is, if we try and negotiate with Crystal Palace, we're probably going to have to pay more than that release clause. So it is a bit of a... It seems to me it's a bit of an iffy situation. Brighton have made contact to talks over Crescencio Somerville deal. Liverpool and Chelsea have been monitoring him in recent months. Still open race. Somerville, look, I've seen him. He seems like a decent enough player, but still, I don't feel like he's completely Chelsea level. He can play on that left side. Left side's a bit of an issue at the moment. Mudryk, as we've already spoken, not polished. Sterling can be up and down, inconsistent all throughout the season. We could potentially use Nkunku on that left side. But yeah, Somerville is an option. I just don't want us to not get Olise and then get someone like Somerville. That would be so underwhelming indeed. Let's see if there's any other information below. No, that's it. Look, for me, get Olise and don't worry about Somerville. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Atletico Madrid has asked Chelsea about the situation of Conor Gallagher and is waiting to know what Chelsea's position is. This would be a fantastic move for Conor Gallagher. Atletico Madrid, wow. Perfect team for Conor Gallagher. Off the ball, Diego Simeone is going to absolutely love this player. If he gets the opportunity to go here, I'd seriously consider it. Now, whether he wants to leave England, whether he wants to leave London, I don't know. He might want to stick around. But Atletico Madrid is one of the lucrative clubs in world football. Champions League club. Yeah, he can make his name in La Liga. I think it's an opportunity he shouldn't just ignore and just be very, very adamant in just staying at Chelsea Football Club. If there is an opportunity to go to Atletico Madrid, I think you should take it. Unless if you really believe you're going to crack it into Enzo Maresca's team with Chelsea Football Club next season. Let's see. I mean, we do need to sell still for financial fair play matters, not this season, but for next season. We're still going to have that problem. This season, apparently, with selling the hotels and the car park, we're all good. But next season, the issues are still looming. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about in regards to Mudryk, in regards to Pedro Lima's hijack, Jhon Duran, Olise, and Maatsen, all that. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya.